peace and tranquility and a sense of home that is coming to you. We don't want to delay because they can be super quick coming in. Before we get started today, I want to take a moment to acknowledge that this is a difficult and dark time in the world for many of us right now. And I am coming into all of these readings with that understanding and awareness. And nothing that is shared here is intended to mitigate whatever else might be going on in your life at the moment. I see tarot as a way to empower oneself to be able to see things more clearly and know exactly where to take action when maybe the next best step isn't so clear. So with that, we will get into our readings for this month. Thank you. Scorpio! Welcome to your April reading, but of course this message is for you anytime you find it.
As always, we'll be using our classic Mystic Compass spread, starting here at the north. This card will represent the area of your life that has to do with housing, finances, career, etc. And then we've got an action item to follow. Over here to the east, we've got our thoughts, mindset, focus, dreams, as well as an action item to complement. Down here at the south, we've got our passions, our belief systems, anything that gets us really fired up, that gets us going, and our motivation, as well as a corresponding action item. Over here to the west, we've got our feelings and emotions, anything that is touching us in a deep emotional way, as well as an action item that corresponds. Finally, we've got one card in the center to tie everything together to show us what exactly we are looking at as the main point of the reading of this month and how everything is interconnected.
Let us get into it. I know the last few readings, the last few months have been pretty intense for you, so I'm hoping that we have some more information that can get us through these difficult times this month. Let's get started at the north. This is your housing, finances, career, and also could be healthcare. Alrighty, we're starting here with the 10 of Swords. There's been a lot of worry, frustration, fear, anxiety, depression, a lot of intrusive thoughts around this area of your life. Let's see what is the action item for you so that we can get out of this time. Oh, Scorpio, we have the 4 of Wands. This is beautiful. Scorpio, this means that there is a homestead, partnership, happiness, unity that's here for you. And this means that you can move towards these areas of your life with optimism that you are moving in the right direction. You do have opportunities awaiting you. There is partnership for you. And that doesn't always have to mean a romantic partnership. It could just mean a really good relationship with your coworkers, with your roommates, with anyone in your close sphere. There could be someone who, if you're looking for work, there could be someone in your network who is able to recommend you for or refer you to a job that is with an employer that does feel like home, that feels very aligned for you. This is a super positive omen. So even though you're having these fears around this subject, fear not, because I see that there is a sense of peace and tranquility and a sense of home that is coming to you in the very near future, Scorpio. You just have to believe it first. So your homework assignment in that area of your life this month is to seek out those opportunities for the peaceful housing, the peaceful career, etc. Let's see what is in the world over to the east. with your thoughts, your dreams, anything that you're focusing on. Ace of Swords. A lot of you, Scorpio, have new ways of thought and new ambitions. This is great. This is great news. Anytime you have something new that's coming in, that's breaking up old stagnant energy, and that's pushing you towards a different outcome than what existed before. So let's see what we have as your action item over here. Page of Wands. Look at that. Page of Wands. This is a spiritual messenger of sorts. So this is a relaying something new to you. So some of you might be having new spiritual messages come to you in your dream state. Some of you are being introduced to new spiritual messengers. Some of you are considering becoming a spiritual messenger yourself. A lot of you could very well be helping people in times of transition or times of darkness, or both, a combination of the two. For example, there is a need for death doulas. You could be a death doula, helping people with that transition period between their living life to passing on to the other side. In addition, helping those surviving family members as well. So this is one option that would be available to a lot of you. And it might be something that a lot of you want to look into for the first time. This is, there's a lot of thought happening for you this month. It's really interesting because we've had Swords and Wands come out so far in both of these areas of your life, Scorpio. And so with thinking about that, a lot of these things can be fast moving or fleeting. So we want to catch them at the right moments as soon as they come in. We don't want to procrastinate. We don't want to delay because they can be super quick coming in, and we want to be able to still have those opportunities. There is an emphasis here also in all of what we've said thus far around your spiritual connection to these things. So even though your thoughts are in one particular place, it's going to be important for you, especially now, to focus on bringing in that spiritual aspect of life with whatever is coming your way. Okay, Scorpio, let's see what we have for you down at the south. This is the area of your life that has to do with spirituality, your connection to the divine, spirit, goddess, God, etc. Oh my gosh, we have our Three of Cups. I think this might have come out for you before, Scorpio. This is, oh my goodness, Three of Cups. This is a celebration. So we are celebrating all of the good that is in our lives. We're celebrating, especially in this area of our life, with this spirituality. What is good in terms of spirituality? Have you made progress in your own personal beliefs, in your passions? Have you made progress in finding spiritual community? Not only is this a time of celebration, this celebration is not alone. This is not a solo party. This is celebration in community with other people, with friends, with lovers, whomever. These are people that actually care about you and you care about them. This is not just, and this is like an ongoing process. So you can celebrate the goodness more than once. It doesn't have to be just a one and done type of deal. Let's see what is your next step over here. Okay, Scorpio, we have the Tower. All good things must come to an end. The Tower represents chaos that is outside of your control. So no matter what happens, no matter what you do, it's going to happen. the chaos will ensue. But how you respond to the chaos is what is key. So it is recommended not to try to fight the chaos, because it's going to happen no matter what, but you just roll with the chaos. Some dismantling is of benefit, so, and can be celebrated. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about these celebrations, that you can celebrate not just good things happening, but the fall of bad things too. So maybe there's a dismantling of your spiritual community, and this is like a farewell brunch, or, something of that nature. This is even when times are difficult and it seems like there is not any good that can come of a situation, you can still celebrate certain aspects of it. Like, yeah, maybe we're all living in a hellscape at the moment, politically, in the world, but at least we have a sense of community and we know who we can trust. Something like that, Yeah, this is an interesting time for everybody, Scorpio, but especially you, because I see this emotional aspect in the connection with community, and in spirituality. So just so you can focus on what are the good things that you can celebrate, even though there is absolute destruction and chaos happening. Let's see what we have for you at the West. This is your emotions and feelings. 4 of Cups. Scorpio, some of you are focusing on what has been lost in life, or what you don't have, rather than what you do have. And there's this, you have a lot more than what you've actually lost. You've gained more than you've lost. So I know that there's temptation in focusing on the things that are no more, but there is a need to acknowledge the things that you do have, and all things do pass. So even though you're in the process of losing something, or you have already lost something, or you're lamenting over not having something, that feeling will pass. It is temporary. Let's see, what is your action item over here? I love that this card came out for you. Page of Swords. Scorpio, you are needing to take an inventory of your emotions. Take an inventory of the things that you do have. Take an inventory of the things that you've lost. Some of those losses also need to be celebrated, like how we were talking about earlier. And so this Page of Swords energy is going to help you navigate your next steps on an emotional level, but in a very practical way. So how can you even know where you're going unless you know where you've been? So this is a key time for you to be journaling and doing a lot of emotional work. A lot of shadow work could be in store for a lot of you. I know many of you have already been doing that. And so you can lean into that shadow work. Shadow work is a long process. This is not a one and done, like, one day workshop situation. This is months. This can be months. It can be years. But we also want to take breaks from the shadow work. Our whole life should not just be revolving around shadow work and healing, right? We do need to have time to celebrate things that are good on the planet at this time and in our own individual lives. So with this Page of Swords, you're creating a roadmap for what's to come. You're creating a roadmap of your emotions. Maybe some of you need to document your emotional responses to various situations, because Maybe you don't, maybe you've never even thought about how you respond to things emotionally, or what could be improved in your emotional responses to things. These are all options for you. Let's see, what is your final card tying it all together for the month, Scorpio? Four of Pentacles. So we have another four. We have a lot of fours. This is the third four that has emerged for you here this month. So Four of Pentacles is warning us against greed. So we don't want to be hoarding resources. Whenever you receive a blessing, you celebrate and you thank the blessing for coming to you, and then you move on with your life and with the blessing, and you're able to share part of the blessing with others. Now, it could be that you share part of that blessing with your future self. I'm not saying that every time you receive a blessing you have to share it with other people in that immediate moment, but the idea here is that if you're constantly building up blessings for yourself, that you can also build up the blessings that you're able to share with others. If you obtain additional funds, are you able to share those funds with someone else, either by hiring a new employee, even part-time? That's a way of also helping the economy. That's a way of paying it forward, is being able to hire someone to do some work for you. To make your life easier, but also to give them an employment opportunity. If you're always worried about what you have going away, you're never truly enjoying what it is that you have. So this is a prompting to acknowledge the things that you do have that are good and pleasant and bringing you joy in life, while still moving forward and creating a more pleasant space for other people in the world to be and to live and to exist. Scorpio, there is not... This is the one piece of the whole reading that is actually tangible. So a lot of what we've talked about is conceptual, but this is like hugely tangible when we're talking about monetary resources or time as a resource, and how you're physically spending your time and where you physically show up. So this can come in a lot of different ways, but a lot of your reading is more emotional, mental, and spiritual. Okay, Scorpio, thank you for joining me. I will see you next time. Bye. Please be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for a fuller picture of your month ahead. Thank you. Bye.